Welcome to Creepy, the best horror storyteller on YouTube.
Part 1.
The night was dark and stormy, and the wind howled like a pack of wolves. A lone car drove along the deserted road, its headlights barely piercing the thick fog. Inside the car, a young couple, Leo and Zara, were nervously looking at their GPS, hoping to find their destination soon. They were on their way to a haunted house attraction, which was supposed to be the scariest one in the country. They had heard rumors that the attraction was built on the site of an old insane asylum, where horrific experiments and tortures were conducted on the patients. Some said that the ghosts of the victims still haunted the place, and that some of the staff members had gone mad or disappeared. Leo and Zara were thrill seekers, always looking for new and exciting experiences. They had booked their tickets online and received a cryptic email with the address and a code to enter the gate. They were told to arrive at midnight and to follow the instructions they would find inside. They had no idea what to expect, but they were eager to test their courage and have some fun. They had brought a camera and a flashlight, as well as some snacks and drinks. They planned to spend the night exploring the haunted house and recording their reactions. They finally reached the gate, which was a rusty metal fence with a padlock and a keypad. Leo typed in the code, and the lock clicked open. He drove the car inside and parked it near a dilapidated building. The sign above the door read, "Welcome to the asylum." "Wow, this place looks creepy," Zara said, shivering. "Perfect, right?" Leo said, smiling. "Come on, let's go in." They grabbed their stuff and walked towards the door. Leo pushed it open, and a blast of cold air hit them. They entered a dark and dusty lobby with a reception desk, a few chairs, and a staircase leading to the upper floors. There was a sign that said, "Please check in here." Leo walked up to the desk and saw a computer monitor, a keyboard, and a mouse. He clicked on the mouse, and the monitor lit up. It showed a message. "Welcome to the asylum, the ultimate haunted house experience. You are about to enter a world of terror and madness, where nothing is as it seems. You will face your deepest fears and discover the secrets of the asylum. Are you ready to begin?" There were two buttons, yes and no. Leo looked at Zara, who nodded. He clicked on yes. The monitor changed to another message. "Great. You have checked in successfully. Your names are Leo and Zara, and you are the only guests tonight. You have the whole asylum to yourselves. You can explore any room you want, but be careful, some doors may be locked, and some may lead to danger. You can leave at any time, but only if you find the exit. There is no staff to help you, and no one to hear you scream. Good luck, and have fun." The monitor went blank. Leo and Zara exchanged a look of excitement and apprehension. "Wow, this is intense," Leo said. "I know, right? This is going to be awesome," Zara said. They put their stuff on a chair and decided to start with the ground floor. They saw a map on the wall, which showed the layout of the asylum. There were several rooms, such as the cafeteria, the library, the chapel, the laboratory, the morgue, and the isolation ward. They also saw a red dot, which indicated their location. "Where do you want to go first?" Leo asked. "Let's try the cafeteria. Maybe we can find some food," Zara said. "Good idea." "I'm hungry," Leo said. They followed the map and found the cafeteria. It was a large and gloomy room, with long tables and benches, and a serving counter. There were plates and trays on the tables, with rotten food and maggots. There were also flies and rats, and a foul smell. This is disgusting," Zara said, covering her nose. "Let's get out of here," Leo said, turning around. They walked back to the lobby and decided to try another room. They chose the library, hoping to find some books or magazines. They found the library, which was a small and cozy room, with shelves of books, a fireplace, and a sofa. There were also candles and lamps, which gave the room a warm and inviting atmosphere. "Wow, this is nice," Zara said, walking towards the sofa. "Maybe we can relax here for a while," Leo said, following her. They sat on the sofa and picked up some books. They were all about the history and the patients of the asylum. They read some of the titles, such as Voices from Beyond the Asylum, the true stories of the paranormal phenomena that haunted the staff and the guests. Trapped in an insane asylum, the horrifying ordeal of the survivors who escaped the fire. Screams still echo in the walls, the unsolved mysteries and the murders that plagued the asylum. They opened some of the books and saw pictures and articles that made their blood run cold. They saw images of mutilated bodies, bloody instruments, and twisted experiments. They read stories of torture, abuse, and death. They learned that the asylum was built in the late 1800s and that it was a place of horror and madness, where the patients were treated worse than animals. They also learned that the asylum was closed in the 1970s after a fire broke out and killed most of the staff and the patients. The fire was never explained, and some said that it was caused by the ghosts of the asylum, who wanted revenge. Leo and Zara felt a chill down their spines and looked at each other with fear and fascination. "This is insane," Leo said. "I know, right? This is so creepy," Zara said. They put down the books and decided to explore more of the asylum. They got up from the sofa and walked towards the door. They opened it and stepped outside. They screamed. They were not in the lobby. They were in a dark and narrow corridor, with no windows or lights. They saw doors on both sides, with numbers and names. They heard noises, such as moans, cries, and laughter. They smelled something, such as urine, feces, and blood. They realized that they were in the isolation ward. They tried to go back to the library, but the door was gone. There was only a wall. They were trapped.
Part 2.
Leo and Zara were terrified. They had no idea how they ended up in the isolation ward, or how to get out. They felt like they were in a nightmare, and that the asylum was playing tricks on them. They tried to calm down and think of a way to escape. They looked at the map on their camera, which they had taken a picture of in the lobby. They saw that the isolation ward was on the opposite side of the asylum, and that there was a staircase at the end of the corridor, which led to the upper floors. They hoped that they could find another way back to the lobby, or to the exit. They decided to follow the corridor and look for the staircase. They held hands and walked slowly, trying to ignore the noises and the smells. They passed by several doors, which had numbers and names on them. They read some of the names, such as Room 101, Alice, Paranoid Schizophrenia. Room 102, Henry, Dissociative Identity Disorder. Room 103, Evelyn, Pyromania. Room 104, Walter, Necrophilia. They wondered what kind of horrors were behind those doors, and what kind of people were locked up in there. They also wondered if they were still alive, or if they had died in the fire. They reached the end of the corridor and saw the staircase. They felt a surge of relief and ran towards it. They climbed the stairs and reached the first floor. They saw another map on the wall, which showed the layout of the first floor. There were more rooms, such as the chapel, the laboratory, the morgue, and the operating room. They also saw a red dot, which indicated their location. They looked for the lobby and saw that it was on the other side of the asylum. They decided to follow the map and try to get there. They walked along the hallway and saw more signs of decay and death. They saw cobwebs, dust, and bloodstains. They saw broken furniture, equipment, and instruments. They saw bones, skulls, and organs. They felt sick and wished they had never come to this place. They realized that this was not a haunted house attraction, but a real haunted house. They wondered who had sent them the email and why they had chosen them. They wondered if this was some kind of prank or a trap. They reached the lobby and felt a wave of joy. They saw the door, which said, "Exit." They ran towards it and pushed it open. They expected to see their car and the gate. They expected to see the night sky and the stars. They saw none of that. They saw fire. They saw flames, smoke, and ashes. They saw the asylum burning. They saw the gate melting. They saw the road collapsing. They screamed. They were not in the present. They were in the past. They were in the night of the fire. They realized that they had traveled back in time and that they were trapped in the asylum. They realized that they had become part of the history of the asylum and that they were doomed to die in the fire. They heard voices coming from behind them. They turned around and saw them. They saw the ghosts of the asylum. They saw the staff and the patients who had perished in the fire. They saw their faces twisted with pain and anger. They saw their eyes glowing with hate and vengeance. They saw their mouths opening and closing, uttering words and sounds. They heard them speaking to them. They heard them blaming them. They heard them cursing them. They heard them saying, "You did this to us. You are the reason we are here. You are the ones who started the fire. You are the ones who killed us." They felt them touching them. They felt them grabbing them. They felt them dragging them. They felt them pulling them into the fire. They tried to resist, but they were too weak. They tried to scream, but they were too late. They tried to escape, but they were too late. They were consumed by the fire. They were consumed by the asylum. They were consumed by the ghosts. They were gone.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more similar horror stories.